This crew called Hoop Jargon, they've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoop Jargon.
Man, I'm here with my man with Hoop Jargon, the best in the game, man. And you know I only let selected few in my circle. And this is a real dude right here. We gonna get down with the get down.
What's going on, everybody? Salute to Hoop Jargon, man. Salute to LaFar Ball, man. Salute to everybody in the chat right now. We're gonna just hop into it, man. First off, happy Thursday to all you guys tuning in. And we're gonna hop into the subject matter. So, in the subject today it was Ben Simmons the solution all along. Now, the reason why I'm coming out with this, you see the Brooklyn background. I'm in the Brooklyn borough right now. Not really, but as far as what my channel shows, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So we're going to talk about the premise because I saw on Undisputed that they were coming around on the Ben Simmons whole trade, and your boy Hoop Jargon can tell you this 8 months ago. I tell you 8 months ago, it was a perfect trade for James Harden for Ben Simmons, and I'm going to walk it down slow. Bear with your boy. But before we do that, man, you guys hit the like button, man. I appreciate all of y'all who come and patronize my page. You can do anything in the world, but you're here with me. All right, so let's go first with a video I made 8 months ago when I talked about this exact trade. I talked about how this acquisition is going to be best for Brooklyn. And don't take my word for it. Take my 8 months ago word for it, because I think it's important on these streams when you say things you say, you got to kind of back it up. You just can't be spitballing. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but over here, this is how I rock with it. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to revisit what I'm saying. We're going to see what Skip and Shannon said, and we just see how these things measure up. So without further ado, let's do it. At any rate, Kyrie Irving, in my opinion, he's kind of getting raked over coals for his personal beliefs. And, his personality doesn't lend himself any favors. He tends to be a little aloof. He tends to be. And shout out to my guy, Between the Game Sports. Will, if you want to hop on in a second, you can, as we break down this situation with the Brooklyn Nets. So shout out, y'all got to subscribe to my guy, William Johnson, Between Game Sports in real life. That's my boy. All right, let's get it. He is very agitated with people, and I think that doesn't land favorably for him as far as media perception. But I just don't think him and Harden's game mix at all. And I know they haven't spent a lot of court time together, but however, we're looking forward with the Nets currently sitting at the 8th seed with all these duds like Blake Griffin, who's done. And kind of what I was meaning by that at the time, it's just like James Harden and KD's games didn't match. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, well, Hoop, they went to the finals together when they played for OKC Thunder. True. But as we all know, James Harden don't play the same way he played back then. At the time, James Harden was more of like a Manu Ginobili ilk of player. Once he got, back to the Nets, James Harden was his own individual player. A guy that that attracted a lot of attention on his own right. And if you remember, he had an injury. I think I alluded to this in this video as well. So it just wasn't a great mix. And that's why James Harden essentially left. But we'll get to that when we get there. So I just want to let backdrop to what my opinion was at the time before it even happened, because that's just the way I saw it. LaMarcus Aldridge is coming back playing well. I'll give him that, but you just don't have a lot else. And salute to LaMarcus Aldridge, man. I say it all the time. The best NBA player I played in my life. LaMarcus Aldridge was damn near unguardable. And I'm glad he's still getting it done later in his career. I know he's probably done now, but, man, salute to him, man. And I think with Ben Simmons, you're going to take that pressure off KD because you got a fresh, renewed player that's a triple threat player now. Yeah. So, again, this is February. This is me talking in February. I was saying, the video I made is called the Ben Simmons Harden trade has to happen. This is before it happened. I say it is a perfect trade for both teams. So just to set backdrop, I know triple threat doesn't really bear as much credence for outside shooting. But however, he's a guy that can score, he can pass, he can rebound, and that's what the Nets need. The Nets need a lot of those. That minutia filled up, and allegedly Danny Green will be a part of that as well. Now, this part I was incorrect on. Danny Green was not part of that trade package, but the tea leaves read early that Danny Green would be, but they end up not coming to fruition, as we all know. But that's what I'm speaking about. You got another wing defender, 3 and D. So this is
Y'all hit that like button. I see we 7D. I appreciate all y'all. Let's get it.
the perfect trade for the Nets. I'd have made this trade yesterday. And I know you lose star power with losing James Harden, but obviously it's not working. So it doesn't matter if you use that, in my opinion.
I hate to keep stopping it because, but that's just how I feel. Like, I think star power is one thing, but actual production to what you give to a team dynamic, that means more. And I'll juxtapose it this way. That's how I feel about Russell Westbrook, ladies and gentlemen. Russell Westbrook is a name, but his production doesn't fit with what the Lakers are trying to do. So I'm not a big star power guy. I'm big on how do you help the team dynamic, no matter what your name is, quote unquote. So,
who do you believe Harden wanted to go because he didn't? You believe Harden wanted to go because Harden didn't mesh well? Say that again. Rewrite that for me tomorrow, ladies. Shout out to you, bro. Y'all follow my guy, Tomorrow's Leaders Sports Network.
Yeah, go ahead and follow that guy. Tomorrow Leaders Network.
You
follow my guy.
Humble opinion. Yeah. You be hard pressed. I'll be hard pressed to argue on that. Say, wait, Danny Green is going to the Nets. Well, he is allegedly going to be a part of that trade package to send Ben Simmons and Danny Green to the Nets for James Harden. Like I said, I don't know what Daryl Morey is waiting. Not Daryl Morey. Sean Marks, I believe, is the GM of the Nets. I would make that trade yesterday. Like,
straight up.
Whoever would take anything for James Harden, I'm dishing it up.
And I'm not, saying it to denigrate James Harden like he can't play basketball. It's just, and I believe I'm going to describe that in this little blurb of mine. It's just like my problem with James Harden is he plays basketball in a bastardized fashion. He plays basketball one way, and I just don't think that's conducive to actually win a championship. Driving hard left, step back three. There's no other element to his game, and so that's what I mean by that. So if I can come from up under James Harden's contract, I'm doing that in a heartbeat. Now, I think in Philly, he's renewed because, this is his fourth team rather. And I think he kind of sees that his career is not what it is used to been. So maybe he's going to shore that up. But at this time, James Harden was a guy who thinks too highly of himself. And I'm like, offer me anything. I'm taking it. That's how I feel as a Lakers fan about Russell Westbrook. Offer me anything. I'm taking it.
I'm dishing that up.
And salute to Kevin Pryor in the building, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
You think Harden wanted it because Kyrie didn't mesh well? Perhaps. I didn't hear any rumblings about that, so I'd hate to speculate that when I didn't hear anything about that directly. I didn't really see. I don't think they had a lot of on-court time to even discern, so I wouldn't say so. But you never know.
And for those coming in, this is me talking 8 months ago. So we're going to compare this to what Skip and Shannon were saying today of what I told you 8 months ago. I gave you that for free. I gave you this good game. So that's what I'm doing comparing right now.
Nets will lose in the first and second round. As currently constructed, yeah.
Which that's what happened. As currently constructed, this team is not built to go deep. But I said Ben Simmons was the sleeping giant with this situation.
As currently constructed, yeah. And their problem with Harden kind of reminds me of my team.
And I turned around right on your comment, Kev. All right, so Kev says Russell's showing out last night. Yeah, with his whopping 5 points. Your boy Russ clowned with his whopping 5 points. But I know you've been facetious, so yeah, it's just hilarious. So I'm about to actually talk about this on a smaller scale.
The Lakers' problem with Russell Westbrook.
Boy, you could have timed that comment no better. you could have timed it no better. Russell Westbrook, man, I let my 8 months ago self do all the talking.
Now, is James Harden a better player than Russell Westbrook? Absolutely. Problem is the parts don't fit. Well, I would contend that nowhere Westbrook goes, the parts fit. It's always an excuse every time. Because, again, I said, guys who don't...
Like the humble guy I am, I'm going to agree with me. Shout out to Dante in the building, says Westbrook got to go. He does. He just does. Russell Westbrook is a great talent. He's just not a great basketball player from a championship winning standpoint. Yeah, he has to go. But like I say, the humble guy I am, I'm going to agree with myself.
Have minutia to their game. They're always going to struggle making the parts fit. This is Westbrook's 4th team in 4 years, man.
Just saying.
Again, I keep getting called a hater because I'm just calling the obvious. The obvious is the obvious. And the Lakers need to do something about that. I would take literally anything.
This is 8 months ago, me saying this, so this is not Johnny come lately talk. This is 8 months ago.
Wherever I can take to get from under that $45 million a year, I'm taking anything. I don't care what nobody's offering me. I'm taking anything.
8 months ago.
So
I like the comment by Kev. Kev says, Russ is a great bad team. Yes, he is. Russell Westbrook is a great sideshow guy. He's a guy that he plays an exciting brand of basketball. I'm not taking it away from that man. Problem is with Russell Westbrook is it's not conducive to winning basketball. And you only have his whole career to reference. So, I mean, like, call me a hater all you want to, but I'm just telling you what I know. Between Game Sports says an athlete who can play basketball. There you go. There you go. And we all know him. We all know him. Let me match up with my old thing. You know, I got my Lakers hat on deck, man. So, you know, I'm going to be twinsies with myself right now. All right, so let me do about another minute of this, and we're going to go to Skip and Shannon so we can kind of compare the views of what your boy give you for free and what they give you for cable television.
There's rumors that Dame Lillard is on his way to the Lakers, but you know what? I think Portland may take that because they got rid of C.J. McCollum and sent him to New Orleans.
Now, obviously, I was wrong on this one.
So I think that is feasible. Prime Time in the building says, D, I love. Good morning, brother. Good morning, Prime. Good morning, man. I'm jealous of y'all, man. Y'all over there killing at Jackson State, man.
Still, Jackson State, y'all are the standard in HBCU sports right now. It is what it is.
Y'all over there killed it, man. Oh, man, it's going to be a long year for my Panthers, man.
Now, let me say this. My Prairie View Panthers are currently tied for number 1 in the SWAC West. So we still hold it down, baby. P.O.P., hold it down.
It's going to be a long year. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, though, before y'all hopped on, I'm going to be doing my media storm this week. Now, I got fully credentialed.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about me covering the Super Bowl, and that's irrelevant to what we're speaking about right now, so I'll go ahead and skip past that. But, you know, I had a great time covering the Super Bowl. You guys go to my old content. It was a movie. Getting to meet Ed Too Tall Jones, meeting CeeDee Lamb. I got to see Micah Parsons. I get to meet him. I met, what's your boy name? Cornball brother, the one who called him Rob Parker. It was a great weekend out here in LA, man, to cover the Super Bowl. So this was me literally hours before I went up to the convention center to cover that. So shout out to old hoop jargon. So let's go forward. So now we're going to see what Skip and Shannon say. Now I got to put an overlay over because, man, Fox Sports, man, does not let you monetize that stuff. They just don't. They just don't. They don't like you using their stuff, man. So I'm going to put an overlay over that. And shout out to Rap God in the building, man. Russ is an athlete, don't know how to play fundamental basketball. Absolutely. Great comment, sir. And shout out to Rap God. Rap God has been one of my first subscribers, man. He's still holding down, man. I really appreciate you, bro. Real talk. I really appreciate you. All right, so we're going to go into this this Ben Simmons element. Let me find me an overlay. I'm going to put KD up there, but we talking about Ben Simmons. But for the sake of being expeditious, we're going to do it this way. All right. Rap God, we are discussing, is Ben Simmons the answer overall? Because a lot of the conjecture earlier was that Ben Simmons was not the he wasn't a good piece because he had that mental stuff he had going. And, you know, I'm not a psychotherapist. I'm not going to sit here and be I'm not going to lord over anybody's, experience. If you had a messed up experience and it's not working well for you mentally, I know I'm not the expert there. I'm not the purveyor of that. However, my whole contention was that I said from rip, Ben Simmons is exactly what the Brooklyn Nets needs, ladies and gentlemen, because he fills up those spots. Now, I have another video where I confirm this, but the music in the background is just too loud. So I'm not going to play that one because it's going to be an ear sore, to be honest with you, because I pre-listened to it. It's not going to be good, but I said this on wax. So if you want to look through my timeline, look 8 months ago, I talked about how Ben Simmons would be the perfect piece. So now, old media, as your boy Draymond would say, they're finally catching on. And I'm just saying, I told you this 8 months ago.
All right, let's move on over to the Brooklyn Nets, gentlemen. They beat the Bucks in their preseason matchup, 107-97. And, hey, we've been talking a lot about Ben Simmons. 7 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 dimes for him. Preseason, Simmons' first time back playing in a game in more than a year. Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much better will Ben Simmons make the Brooklyn Nets this year?
I give it a 5. I gave it a 5. Stat line was 7, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 steals last night. He only attempted 5 shots. He made 3 of them, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Look, everything is going to be centered around KD and Kyrie. How healthy will those guys be?
Agreed. Off rip, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are going to be the provocateurs of this offense. Absolutely.
How many games will they play?
And shout out to Chuck Morris in the building, man. Good to see you once again, brother. He says Ben didn't look bad at all. No, he did not. And again, for you guys coming in late, I said this 8 months ago. Ben Simmons is perfect for what Brooklyn has going because Brooklyn has problems with ball distribution. They have problems with defense. Ben Simmons comes in and fits those gaps like a freaking glove, man.
If KD can give you 60, I'll skip you. Look, they're going to be game management games and just some back-to-back where your stars are just not going to play. So I just like to say the bargaining is 65 games. 65, here or there. KD can give you somewhere between 28 and 30. Kyrie can give you somewhere between 25, 28. So that's 50-plus points right there between those guys. It's not like you're needing much more than that scoring. Now, I don't think Ben is going to be your number 3 scoring option. I just don't. I think that's going to probably be Joe Harris, Seth Curry.
No, I think Ben actually will be the 3rd scoring option. But even if he's not, you don't need him to be that. So let me add that.
One of those guys somewhere, something like that. Defensively, I think he's going to help some defensively, Skip.
Stop it, Shannon. No. Ben Simmons is going to raise the defensive level of this team up so much. It's not some. Ben Simmons is a incredible on-ball defender. He is a big body who can come in, help side defend. Ben Simmons is going to change life for the Brooklyn Nets. Again, I gave you this 8 months ago. I gave you this gospel 8 months ago. And I got to say this too, man. If you like what's going on over here, Hoop Jargon, again, I ain't over here begging, but I'll be damned if I don't say our contribution goal is 3. So if you put $1. If you like what I do over here, Cash App is on the bottom. Super Chat, all is welcome. Just saying. We'll put that up there. All right, let's keep going. All right, I see some comments. I'm gonna attack y'all comments. I appreciate y'all. Ben can guard 1 through 5. You put a player like that around legit scores, it's a great mix. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, sir. Between the Game Sports says he's a hell of a defender. Absolutely, yes. Ben Simmons is a hell of a defender. Stan Miles say he gave Giannis problems last night. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Just saying. Just saying. I gave this gospel 8 months ago.
But you're still,
It is beautiful out here right now.
Okay.
What are you doing to change your mood? Me? I took an edible.
Let's go.
Milwaukee last night, Giannis was 6 of 21. Holiday was 8 of 15. Javon Carter was 6 of 12.
Obviously, they didn't have Chris
Middleton. And I guess he had the surgery again this offseason on that knee because I thought he was going to be ready to come back because he missed the Celtics series. Obviously, they're a different team when he's in the lineup. But, I mean, they showed some good things last night.
And again, for the new listeners, I got the overlay on because Fox Sports, they strike your stuff when you when you put their stuff out there, man. They just do. So that's the reason for the overlay.
The question is, defensively, is he and O'Neal, is that enough?
Yes. And this is my thing with Shannon Sharpe. And I know he's trying because, I mean, when I try to cover football, I'm learning still. And Shannon's learned as well because he's a football guy. Ben Simmons absolutely is a big anchor to that defense because KD plays rim protection defense. His lateral skills ain't the greatest. Kyrie plays Olay defense. We know what it is. Ben Simmons brings in a workman horse style of defender. And somebody said it on one of my posts in Hoop Jargon, the actual Facebook group, that he's going to be like basically a Draymond Green, which is true. He's going to be a Draymond Green iteration for this team, and that's what they need. That's what the doctor prescribed, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that enough? Because they're really, Skip, it's not like they got a lot of girth. It's not like they're one of these teams that, just
Pause.
Physically overwhelm you with their sheer size. Now, they're a big team. I mean, you got Kevin Durant 7 foot, you got Claxton 6'10", you got Ben Simmons at 6'10".
I think he's 6'11".
He might.
Semantics, bro.
Aren't honest much of the night, but go ahead.
Yes. And so with me, Skip, I just, at some point in time, I just know, especially when it comes playoff time, they're gonna make this. Ben Simmons not gonna be. He's not gonna be a cheerleader. He's not gonna be Skip to be go stand in the corner. Well, just go stand in the corner, man, and let Kyrie and Kate.
Oh man, we got our first contribution, man. I gotta go to Dollar Bill, man. Hey, when you take care of me, thank you, Stan, for that $10 contribution via Cash App. Where my boy Dollar Bill at? Where you at, Dollar Bill? Where you at? Let's go. Money. Yeah. Money. Yeah. Appreciate you, Stan, man. Appreciate you showing love to the content that is Hoop Jargon. So if you like what I do over here, man, your contributions are always appreciated. Because you know what? Because, you know, if you guys don't know, making content is hard. Because you don't know how people, because when I come up with a topic, I don't know how you guys will receive it. And because what I don't want to do is just be giving you guys, you know, content based on just the flavor of the month or just something that doesn't give you anything to take from it. So I appreciate you staying, showing love with that, bro. I really appreciate that. All right, so we got 2 more for the daily goal. So again, if you feel like I say something that resonates with you, by all means, step in. I will not stop you. All right, let's get it.
KD do what they do. So I'm gonna give it a 5. I still believe he's a liability on the offensive end, although he did have the 10 helpers last night.
Hold on, the overlay is going the backwards way. Hold on. Why is the overlay doing that? Hold on, man. Because Fox, man, I swear I won't get no credit for this video if Fox strikes it, which they always do. So give me one moment. Let me try to correct. Let me take the share screen off and bring it back. Yeah, because Fox Sports, man. ESPN is all good. Fox Sports, not so much. All right, so let's do that. Let's go overlay. So it's at the back. Well, whatever. We're going to rock it out how we rock out. I gotta deliver the show. Let's get it.
And I think he's a guy that can run their offense. He's not the scoring threat that Harden was. What made them so unique with Harden when he wanted to be their Skip is that he could give you 22, 25 and then give you 12, 14 assists. Along with KD's 30, along with KD's 20, Kyrie's 25, they're unbeatable in that situation. But he's not there. Ben Simmons is there. I gave it a 5 on a scale of 10.
So, my turn.
I think the 5 is fair. Ben Simmons is going to add a lot of dynamic to this team, man. He just is.
And maybe I'm overreacting.
All right, man. You guys are keeping it going. Now, we can go past the goal now. Shout out to my guy, Chuck Morris. Not to be confused with Chuck Norris. With their $5 contribution. Says, this was a good topic. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. And Dollar Bill, we need your services, sir. Bernie Mac, rest in peace. Money. Yeah. Money. Yeah. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's catch up with these comments and we're going to keep it going. Hoop, on your next stream, you don't mind covering Pablo Banchero. Oh, I actually can do that. Okay. All right, I can do that. Ian Kidd Podcast said, I'm not the biggest Ben Simmons fan, but he does provide the team. I'm sorry. Let me highlight the comment. With the defense size and playmaking, I don't know if you already pointed out because I just joined the stream. Yeah, Ian Kidd Podcast. Y'all go subscribe to those 2 brothers. Literally. Yeah. No, he does. I mean, you don't have to love him because I don't love what Ben Simmons is made of mentally. But what his skill set brings, this is perfect for this team. And again, I said this 8 months ago. 8 months ago. So Ian Kidd, peel back. I went over a video I did 8 months ago saying this very thing that he fit this team perfectly. Back when nobody was really saying that. All right. So let me what was I supposed to do? Oh yeah, we're gonna update our goals. So we had 2 out of 3 contributions. Thank you so much, Chuck. Stepping up to the plate. My boy. There we go. 2 out of 3. All right, let's keep going.
To one night, one preseason game. I'm going 9 on this. I was blown away by what I saw, and I
Hoop Jargon wasn't blown away. 8 months ago, I told you. Whatever, I ain't gonna be the dead horse.
watched very closely last night.
Y'all hit that like button as well, man. Y'all like what's going on over here. If you don't want to contribute monetarily, no problem. Hit that like button. I appreciate you just the same.
And I saw a Nets team on offense that looked completely different than at any point in Kevin Durant's tenure with the Brooklyn Nets. All of a sudden, the ball was moving beautifully. It was beautiful basketball, a la Warriors or Spurs. Beautiful basketball.
Look at that pass.
Because it was contained.
Stop it, man. Cut it out. That's what the Nets did not have, man. Because listen, man, and I said this in my other live stream as well 8 months ago. Steve Nash is not a coach. Steve Nash is a body sitting over there. Now, he has a bevy of knowledge to give those guys. I won't deny him that, but he's not a leader of men. Steve Nash is a pushover. It is what it is. So you got a guy like this who's basically an extension of the coach on the floor. That's what Brooklyn's been missing, because Kyrie Irving, ladies and gentlemen, is not a distributor. Kevin Durant is not a distributor. Ben Simmons is. That's literally strictly what he is. Perfect match. Perfect match. Y'all remember that old song in the 2000s? I just want to be the perfect match. I know I can't sing. This is what this is. With what's that? Genuine. I think that's when Aaliyah just passed. Yeah, Genuine and Missy Elliott. That's what this is. It's a perfect match. Skip obviously covered Ben Simmons as a Sixer since his rookie season. Yeah, he covered him, but I mean, it's just funny how he's being deficient on the knowledge of what he's capable of, because like everything about this, to me, when it was a rumor, I was like, oh yeah, oh hell yeah. If I'm Brooklyn, I'm making this trade.
With Ben Simmons running the point as a point forward or a 0.5 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever you want to call him. He ran the show, which is why he had 10 assists. He has LeBron-esque passing gift. And if we could just see the one dime that he dropped early in the second half, this is to Claxton on sort of a little sort of semi-break here. He grabs the ball and goes, watch this. This is genius.
Great pass. And listen, man, good point guards or facilitators, because, this is positionless basketball. It doesn't matter where it comes from, but when guys understand to give guys the ball in the scoring pocket, which means early, it just yields such great results, man. And so kudos to Ben of kind of having that Lonzo Ball type feel of giving the ball up early, and that's what gets you to your money. And so that what makes a good distributor, man. Getting that ball up early, because guys want the ball early. They don't want you dribble, then pass. Scorers don't like that.
That's the LeBron-esque pass. Yeah. You just don't see it very often where you can see it before it happens. You can feel it, and it's a long bounce pass, which bounces and hits Nicky Claxton right there where you can say, oh, wait, look where I found it, and dunk it.
There you go. And the terminology, guys, is called passing a guy open. That's what Ben Simmons has shown he can do, and that's what LeBron James can do as well. When you pass guys open, it's different.
They didn't have that before. They didn't have contagious sharing of the basketball. When Harden was there early last year, they were 3 solo acts. Is it your turn or mine?
Agreed. Again, guys, names don't mean shit. How are you adjusting to the team dynamic and sharing the ball in an organic fashion? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And that's what James Harden was deficient at, and that's what Ben Simmons, although being a lower profile player, no arguments from me, he's going to bring to this team dynamic that they are deficient at, because he has no ego. Ben Simmons literally prefers not to shoot. He's going to do all the dirty work at a high level for these guys like Kyrie and KD, who are going to just blow things up offensively. This is a match made in heaven.
My turn or your turn? Whoever's turn, they ISO. Somebody would ISO every time down. You going to ISO Kyrie or Kevin over on the wing? You going to ISO and take somebody 1-on-2? That's all they were. All of a sudden, Ben makes it basketball.
Agreed. James Harden, shout out to Rap God again. He says Harden makes his teammates worse. Man, because listen, man, when you play with James Harden, it's just a hard brand of basketball to play. It's not organic. You got to play his style. And anybody who passed, varsity level, that you don't like to play with guys like that, because you have to acquiesce too much of your own game to the betterment of them, which is detrimental to you. And it's very hard to deal with that, because it just doesn't feel right in layman's terms. It doesn't feel right. And that's why it is playing with James Harden when I observe. Great comment. Shout Chuck says, and pass with style too. Yeah, he has the style and he has the accuracy as well, which is more important. You want to get the ball in the scoring pocket of guys, and Ben Simmons does that well. Now, the only problem that Ben Simmons ran into it was when it was time to not pass no more, when it was time to actually score, he was bullshitting, and he started pouting. Now, that part I don't love about his makeup, but I mean, listen, you don't have to be that guy. You can be a complimentary piece, and it's perfectly fine because you got so much talent around you. I don't care about all the other guys they naming. KD and Kyrie, bro, just be the rock in between them two. Be the rock. And I think, in my opinion, Ben Simmons is that. Mo, shout out to Mo, man. Good to see you, brother. He says, if Ben Simmons had Lonzo Ball's work ethic to fix his oh my God. Yes. Man, I wish I had my soundboard working. Exactly. If he fixed that shot, like, because Lonzo had a very janky looking shot, and Lonzo Ball is literally one of the best shooters in the NBA. Coming from a dude who they said who couldn't shoot at all. So yeah, if Ben worked on this game like that, oh my God, man, the possibilities be endless, man.
Real live
well,
basketball.
they got to worry about. They're not worried about being ISO, and they're not worried about being.
No, well, he doesn't. He doesn't ISO, but he can score points. I keep harking back to that one night against Gobert when he got mad about it, and he went to Utah without Embiid, and he scored 42. But he's going to get all the shots. He is ambidextrous in the lane. And if we could see the 15-footer he made, I'm not sure.
I mean, he uses both hands.
It was actually the box score play-by-play said 15 feet, but he makes this shot. It's a little runner from just inside the free throw line. Which hand did he?
And that's great touch, man. You need that. You need guys with great savvy and great touch because that floater you got, that makes up for that jump shot he doesn't have. That makes up for that.
Shoot that with.
Look, he shot it with his right.
Right.
Shout out to LaMelo Ball. He has a great floater as well.
And well, he's left-handed by nature, right? He was born a left-hander, although he can really use his right hand.
You know, everybody be saying he be shooting with the wrong hand.
Okay, I got it. Jalen Rose brought it up on ESPN last night. I've said it a number of times over the years.
And I see we 15 deep, man. You guys hit that like button. Let's get some more bodies in here. I appreciate y'all. Rap Gods steps up. He says, what he needs is a mid-post a la Kareem. Yes, I agree. If you can do anything in the mid-range, I don't care if it's a jump shot, it's a post-up game, that's going to help you out because you're going to keep the defense honest. Chuck Norris says, there it is. There you go. Listen, man, when you can attack the defense and you give them multiple things they have to think about, you are a highly effective person. That is what great scorers do. And I'm not saying Ben Simmons is going to ever be a great scorer, but obviously you're going to be a damn good scorer who's damn good on offense. And oh, by the way, you can facilitate your ass off. All these things come together. Between Game Sports says, put the overlay up before they hit you. Yeah, I'm trying to, but the overlay not working. I don't know what the hell's going on. Ghost says, Ben Simmons is pretty much a Draymond Green on steroids. His role on the Nets is so crucial. All he has to do is pass, play defense, and rebound and push the pace. Absolutely. Ghost on 100% on point. Chuck Morris says, talking about his passing. Yeah, no, the passing is his hallmark. And that was my biggest point is passing and his defense. That's what the difference maker is going to be with Ben Simmons, in my opinion. 10 assists per game is legit. Absolutely. No arguments over here. So let me try to put the overlay up again, mate. Like I tried to take it off. Well, when I took it off and I tried to put it back, it was a no-go. Let me try it again. Oh, there it goes. God damn it. Yeah, man, I'm about to get flagged for no reason. All right, let's do it again.
You wonder why at the free throw line he doesn't at least experiment with the other hand because he's good with both. You know, maybe he'd be sure with his right.
Thompson changed. He used to shoot with his left hand, and all of a sudden he started to shoot with his right. He became a better free throw shooter.
Well, again, would it help because he's got to beat the demons at the free throw line? So could we see the 4 that he shot last night? He did manage to make 1. And the form to me always looks pretty good, but he doesn't have a great feel for the distance control or the accuracy of it. That's a little long. But the form, that's just...
And I agree with that. So that's kind of a la your boy Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace had a great... Y'all go look this up. Ben Wallace had a great shooting form. He couldn't get it together, man. It's just like, how is your form so beautiful, but you can't make no shots? And so it's just distance control and accuracy issues. But so Ben, it's not that his form is so bad. He may have bad depth perception and things of that nature. So, it's unfortunate.
Long.
Grammarly makes communication at work one click simpler.
You got the commercial.
Whether you're looking for
All right, here we go.
He made this one, I think.
His form not bad.
I mean, his wishes.
Yes, his form is not bad.
It doesn't look broken to me. He lipped that one. The point is, does he have too much pride to try to shoot it right-handed? Would he be too afraid to go out there and make a fool of himself trying to shoot right-handed?
Right.
Does he fear he'd shoot air balls right-handed? I don't know. And then there were all the quotes yesterday pregame from Kyrie and Ben about the internet, and they both just live on the internet to a fault, and it's going to eat Ben alive because he's going crazy about the air ball he shot when they were outdoor at the fan fest.
Man, turn off your comments.
Just turn it off because it's just going to eat your psyche alive.
Man, straight up, man, guys. And I hate this damn group I'm in. Everybody's texting me right now, and it's going through my freaking laptop. But bear with me with these things. It's gonna go. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. But at any rate, yeah, man. Like, listen, dog. You gotta be. If you have mental issues, which Ben has shown to have, you gotta stop looking at people. They're gonna critique you, bro. You laid an egg in the playoffs. You came off soft to public perception. People are just gonna do that to you. That's what people do. Like, just turn your comments off. Turn your comments off because clearly you're not thick-skinned like that. Just don't put yourself in that position. Man, can I? Oh God, can I turn the notification off? Let me see if I put my phone in don't disturb mode with this, because man, they're going active in this group. Oh man, it's killing me with the dings. Let me try something real quick. Give me one moment, guys. Do not disturb. Boom. Boom. All right. Let's see if that changed anything. Dante say you got me over here checking my phone. My bad, man. It's just like it's going ding crazy, man. It's killing me. Sorry, bro. So you think Steve Nash would teach these guys how to make free throws? Well, you know what? One thing I've learned, brother, over time is free throws are about repetition. You gotta put the work in, and you gotta go and continuously work on it. Somebody can teach you some form, but if you're not working on it, it doesn't matter because you're just gonna revert back to what you do already because it's muscle memory driven. So, I'm not gonna put that on Nash. Nash to me, now I put a lot on Nash, him not putting he's not being a leader of men. That I put on him, but as far as free throw shooting, that's kind of on the individual, in my opinion. All right, let's keep going.
It doesn't do you any good. He's saying, well, what was his quote about? If I come out and play a great game, then you can't say anything. Bingo. I mean, that's it. So just play.
Right.
I want y'all to see this. Ben Simmons shot this shot, man. The internet let him have it, bro. It's too funny not to show, man. I'll risk getting a strike. Y'all, look at this shit right here.
Great game. Then you can't say
Somebody captioned the wind must have been blowing.
anything. Bingo.
Look at this.
I mean, that's it. So
listen, man. On one hand, I understand how irrelevant that is. That's not a big deal, but on a troll level, that is pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
So just play.
Right. Ben, that's why they talked about you in a game 7.
Let's hit that like button. We are 13 deep in the chat. From my perspective, the likes I can't even see it on my phone. But let's get those likes up, man. Y'all subscribe if you're new to the channel. Appreciate you. Let's keep going.
You didn't play a gay game. You gave them ammunition.
Yeah.
You can't wonder why
it's not
somebody
their
hit
fault. It's yours.
you. Yeah, but you had somebody hammer and they hit you over the head. Why you gave him the hammer? You gave them people the ammunition.
Facts.
You say exactly what they said about you in a game 7.
I just one time want to hear him own my issues. I got issues. I own them. It's not the internet's fault. It's my fault. The internet can't say a word. If you go out and make 10 straight free throws, it just can't say it. It'll rave about you.
10 straight free throws.
Okay, but again, that night against Gobert, when he got the mad on out there, he made 10 out of 12. The shot looks okay. He doesn't look broken at the free throw.
You just hope. Let's just say he gets to the foul line 5-6 times. Skip, can you hope that he goes like 50%, 60%? Let's do 60%.
And what they're saying right now is not a bad critique. My whole thing is just like he just brings so much value that you can deal with that. And why is that? Why is that? Because me being a Lakers fan, I saw Shaq go to the free throw line and just be horrendous. But we still won 3 championships in a row. So you can get around the free throw element if everything else is sound and succinct. And I think Ben Simmons can bring that dynamic, even though, to their point, it's perplexing how bad he is at free throws when his form is not that bad.
60.
He's highly capable of it. I mean, you can just see skill-wise, he's capable of making 60%. It's here.
Skip, 1 of 5.
And by here, he means mentally, is what Skip was just pointing to.
1 of 6, 2 of 8.
No.
That's not going to
over time, it will eat you up.
Exactly.
But he can overcome that. He can offset that with his defense. Again, I'm
Agreed.
going to throw it out. The last 2 years he played, he was not second team. He was first team all defense 2 years. And going back to 2020, he led the league in steals, and he had 2 more last night. He almost had.
And I'll say this too: Ben Simmons is not a gambler. So when people say that you led in steals, sometimes it's insinuation. You do a lot of gambling, and to me, that's not good defense per se overall. Ben just plays solid defense, and who happens to get steals. And I'm sorry, this thing is still buzzing. It's pissing me off.
Had a third one, got called for a foul. But the point is, he's long. He's 6'11". He's incredibly agile. He has guard sort of movement to him when he's running up the court. And listen,
Agreed.
Speed with ball in hand. He's in that Lonzo territory of when he gets unwound, he can fly up the floor.
Shout out to Lonzo Ball.
Ask you, Skip. If you were guarding Ben Simmons, how close are you going to guard him? Or are you going to sag in the lane to make sure Kyrie can't come in there, to make sure KD can't get in there? I'm not guarding him. 50. I'm gonna give him all the 50, 15 and out. I'm gonna give him all them he wants.
Okay.
I will not go. I'm not 1 minute. His gonna be like a free throw.
Okay, but within 5 feet of the basket.
So the problem with that, Shannon, is that the Nets don't need that. They got 2 alpha scorers around him. So if you want to try to dare him to shoot, he got people he can pass to, especially if we're talking in transition. So it doesn't really matter that you would lag off him, because Brooklyn would not rely on his scoring prowess to carry them forward. So it's kind of a moot point, bro.
He can hurt you.
Yes, give the man 7 foot tall. He better be able to hurt you at 5 feet.
And he can hurt you with both hands. So it's hard to deal with him in there.
All right, so I see we catching up. Chuck says paying the pass lane isn't taking risks. That's needed defense. I disagree. When you play the passing lanes, either you can win big or you can fail big. Because if you guess and miss, then somebody can backdoor you. They can get transition going. So no, I don't agree with that at all. Actually, people who do it the right way, quote unquote, not saying playing the passing lane isn't a part of offense. I'm sorry, defense, because it is. But when you stand in front of your man and you maybe you rip him off ball, that's more valuable from a team dynamic, because when you're taking chances, you're gonna get beat too. You're gonna get beat jumping those passing lanes because you're not gonna get all of them. So that's why I'm saying, again, with a guy like Allen Iverson, for example, who led the league in steals, it was passing lane, and he's not a great defender overall. I'm sorry, AI. I'll take that to my grave. AI was not a great defender overall. Between Game Sports says not a bad question by Shannon, but it's been figured out before. There you go.
It's also easy to put him on the foul line. Just foul him and send him up there and see if he can make one of those.
Skip.
And again, to my point about Hack and Shaq, I mean, I've seen 3 championships with Shaq when that was literally the strategy, just to put him on the free throw line because he was so deficient in that capacity.
Should be like it used to have for Jordan. No layups or dunks. For Giannis, no layups. Skip, remember early in his career, no layups or dunks. For LeBron. All
right, so they're getting a little redundant now, so it's no point in me covering this part. So my whole point I wanted to get at was that Ben Simmons brings an element to this team that they need. Ben Simmons brings that defensive element. Ben Simmons brings that a ball distribution element. That's what the Brooklyn Nets need. Brooklyn doesn't need any more scorers. They don't need any more big name people per se. They need substance. And to me, it's perfect because, to be honest, 2 years ago, they wouldn't have got Ben Simmons for that price because he was on the way up. He's young. Now that he's older and people have that diminished, type of stigma on him, they got him for the cheap. And for my opinion, James Harden on his way down is cheap. That's cheap. So salute to Brooklyn for getting that, because I think it's going to help them out. So I'm open to panel up. If you guys want to come up and talk about it, we can do that. If you disagree with something Hoop Jargon said, let's talk about it. If you want to just expound on something I said, let's talk about it. So we are currently at 2 out of 3 of the goals. So again, if you like what I do over here, man, it's a contribution, man. $2, $1. You can go via Cash App or Super Chat. All those things are open at your disposal. I will not stop you. I will not stand in your way. Between the Game Sports says Shaq dominating other areas. If Ben be dominant, rebounding, facilitating, then the Nets are in business. Absolutely. Because here's the deal. We are so enraptured as sports fans with stats. And reality is you can contribute so much to a team dynamic that isn't stat driven. And here's what I mean. People say all the time, like guys like Shane Battier, oh man, he's a great defender, but Kobe hit him for 40. Yeah, but he made Kobe work. He made Kobe shoot bad shots. So you can win the game. You can go for 40 and still lose because you shot bad shots. Patrick Beverley, said he crystallized this perfect. He said that when him and Westbrook went against each other in the playoffs a few years back, Russell Westbrook was like, I don't get it. I went for 40 on him. And Patrick Beverley's response was, but you shot 25 times to get it. So that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's not about the end result as far as the point total. It's about how you did it. And if you make people work for it, if you make it difficult for them, you can still win, even though that person comes off with a triple-double or 40 points or this, that, and the third. That's what this thing called basketball is about. It's not about counting numbers because that's not how it works. So that's why when people try to justify things for other players and it's all numbers driven, I call cap because it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's about team dynamic. It's about efficiency, this, that, and the third. So we're really going to continue to see who can. So we're really going to continue to see who can really play defense. Yeah, absolutely. Because listen, man, and Chuck, I'll tell you like this. When I, played ball at the D1 level, I played professional in Europe. The way that coaches give you kudos about defense is not how many steals or blocks you had. It's about when we start looking at film, can you stay in front of your guy? Are you giving up easy buckets because you're being lazy? That's what determines if you're a good defender. Because I'm here to tell you, for a volume scorer, it's very hard to stay in front of a volume scorer. Because, especially in this era, because the league is catered towards that type of player. They want you to be a shooting guard or a small forward and score all the points. So are you a person that stays disciplined? Do you play your assignment? Do you help out when it's pertinent to help out? But ultimately, do you stay in front of your guy? Those are the good defenders of the league. That's my point. So that's what I mean by that. So I'm going to try to keep this under an hour. Appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all hit the like button on the way out. I'm about to eat because I'm hungry. I'm very hungry. So I'm going to do that. So thank y'all so much for tuning in, guys. I got another video I'm going to drop tomorrow. I'll let y'all know the topic. And I appreciate y'all. I play defense like Ron Harper, hands out. Exactly. Because when you play in your defensive position with your hands out, you're going to get deflections. You're going to stymie easy conversions. Yeah, absolutely. It's how you're supposed to do it, Chuck. So, no, what you're saying is correct. I'm just saying that you can play defense like that and you don't get a lot of steals, but you get deflections, which don't count for steals, right? It's still good defense. That's my whole point. So I think we're saying the same thing in a different way. So I just want to say that, God, dog, this phone going crazy. Well, this phone, the computer, my phone is on don't disturb, so it should be doing this. But anyway, so I think we're saying the same thing, Chuck. I think we're saying the same thing. So thank y'all so much, guys. I'm going to go enjoy my off day on this Thursday. Get your comment. So Chuck, yeah, I definitely see you play basketball. Just don't gamble. I hear you. Absolutely. Because when you gamble, you leave your team vulnerable to like easy buckets. And ultimately, as a good defender, that's what you don't want to do. Because if you gamble too much, it's just, can it have high reward? Yes, but it's also high risk. And that's what you just don't want as a defender. You want to be able to be solid. You want to be not predictable, but have a set system you go to for defense, and that just leads to better team defense overall. That's all I'm saying. So thank y'all so much, man. So we didn't reach our goal today, but we 2 out of 3. If you like what's going on, if you want to drop one on the late tip, that's cool. I'll give you a shout out in the comments. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Hoop Jargon. I see you guys didn't want to hop on the panel today. No problem, because I'm ready to eat. And hey, my guy, Egg Mike coming in at the buzzer. My boy. Come in as now or never for Brooklyn. I agree. And that's why I said that it's a topic. I mean, it's a situation that's perfect. It's perfect. Now, they got to actually go perform now, but I'm just saying from a making standpoint, yeah. So shout out to Money Mike, man. We got to hit the, I'm sorry, Egg Mike. Money, yeah. Money, yeah. Shout out to Egg Mike coming in at the buzzer, man. Completing our goal for the day, which is 3 contributions. Thank you so much, sir. So we're gonna round the show out. I'm gonna leave your super chat up as we go to LeVar Ball, giving that cosign to your boy Hoop Jargon. Thank y'all so much. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm probably gonna have my guy Between the Game Sports on. We're gonna cook up a topic. So thank y'all so much. Until tomorrow, we're out.
Shout out to Hoop Jargon, man. I'm gonna add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoop Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoop Jargon. Man, I'm here with my man with Hoop Jargon, the best in the game, man.